Hello my friends, today's shave is brought to us by Seaforth's Roman Spice, and we'll be using this great Frameback razor, an Erik Anton Berg, super thin metal, wonderful razor. See it today on the Safety Cat Studios YouTube channel. Hello my friends, welcome back to the den for today's shave, which is brought to us by Seaforth Roman Spice. I've only used this once. Wonderful soap, and Spearhead Shaving, who makes Seaforth, their soaps are incredible. Have a nice strength of scent and really easy lathering, and I just can't say enough good about them. Our razor today is the first of my series, just going through my drawer of razors and just going to use them all, transfer them I'll put them all in a cigar box, and I'm going to grab one, and when I use it I'll put it back in the drawer to see how that, to just kind of do an overall look of all the razors. And it is an Erik Anton Berg Frameback, so that means the metal here is super thin, and they put this Frameback on here to give you something to strop with, But the metal is incredibly hard and is very thin. See if I can find a way you can see that. Just look how thin that is. As a result, this razor can be a little squirmy. You hold on to it and it's going to try to, you don't have a lot to hold on to. So this is going to be a little sporty. I'm still working on this hand. Taking it a little easier, like the doctor said, but it's going to take a spell still. It's been, 8 weeks now? We'll see how this all turns out. Had a marvelous day yesterday. I went down to a friend of mine's place in Kentucky. His daughter was having a baby shower. And so all the men got down there, and we made a trip down to a whiskey distillery. I've never been to one of those. It's quite a trip. Now, I don't drink, but it's still a fascinating. Even if you don't drink, it's a neat trip to go to those whiskey distilleries. It's just, you could just feel the history in the place. My family is from Kentucky. My father's family. My mother's Japanese, but father's family's from Kentucky. And that general area of the state is where we all come from. And it's just kind of neat to get back into the hills back there. This razor is an unknown. I don't know when I sharpened it last. So I stropped the bejeebers out of it, knowing how fraught with danger it is to use a Frameback. It's also a very thin razor. It's a 4/8, so doubly squirmy. So you have to be super careful with these. But you can tell that the steel in this is super hard. It has a different. You get a little sound out of a razor when it's cutting the hair, and this one is really super high pitched. You can just tell that this metal is hard can be. And this is probably a 100-year-old razor, and it still has almost all of its metal in there's that little acid wash there, and that's still on there. So it either doesn't have a lot of miles on it, which I'd probably go along with, and the steel is holding up real good. Oh, this type of razor with the Frameback isn't as common. Oh, sorry, I'm concentrating. So you don't get much chance to practice with them, and when you do, and if it's honed up nicely, they'll give you an incredible shave. And this one seems to be doing a great job. It's very lightweight, so it's relying on your muscles to move the blade around. A lot of times with a heavier razor, you kind of let the gravity do its thing. You try not to use your muscles too much to apply any pressure against your skin between the blade and whatnot, because where it's super thin and it's very sharp, it can leave you a wicked injury if you're not careful. My first pass, and we are already at a shave where I could just go out now. I'm going to do a second pass because well, C4 soaps are such good latherers, and so I've got a little bit of, well, lots of it still in the brush. This is a Saponoficio Veracino shaving cadre brush, and they did that for us. Wonderful bristles. It's a nice boar brush, or badger brush, I'm sorry. And this whips up the lather like crazy. Now the soap, C4 soap, this one is a pretty soft, almost croapy cream soap. So where normally I would load straight off the puck and you have to get the brush wet and just swirl it on the top of the soap. On this one I used a little gelato spoon, like this, and scooped some out, put it in my lathering bowl, and went to it that way. Just, I didn't want to have a big soupy mess on top of the puck of soap. I'm not sure why it's like that. His other soups aren't quite this croapy. Maybe he changed the formulation a little bit. Doesn't matter, it works really good. It's just, you make that call when you open the tub and see what the soap is like. This is doing a good job. I have like 2 or 3 whiskers up here that you have to kind of take them on a case-by-case basis if they've decided to sprout out or not. And there we have it, 2 good passes. I don't think there's too many whiskers left. This and this, because the steel is so hard, that edge is going to stay there for a while, especially if you don't use it all the time. Just drop it real good, and it'll stay wickedly sharp until it's not. I don't know how long that'll be, but I know that that's why I like Swedish razors so much. No problem with irritation. It's let me look at the scent notes here. Grapefruit. The scent notes of this is grapefruit, apple, spring water, jasmine, geranium, frankincense, beechwood, and spice. I don't know what the spice is, but this sounds pretty summery. So, with the exception of the frankincense, but well, you know, you can't have everything. So we're going to use Thayer's lemon. And because it's hot out, you want to make sure that you take care of any microabrasions or whatnot. Witch hazel's real good for your skin. Let's give this a... I'll be honest with you, the Seaforth, usually you can get a lot of fragrance from the huck, but this one, not as much as the last one we did. Nice. This is a very unmistakably masculine scent, which will carry us all day. We got a meeting another couple for lunch, and so I want to smell pretty when I get there, and I think I've accomplished that duty. I'm Major Rich. You can find me at theshavingcodger.com, or you might be finding on my YouTube channel, Safety Cat Studios, or safetycatstudios.com, my webpage. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for tolerating me for 11 minutes. If you do me a favor, hit the like button. That kind of helps things along. If you're so inclined, subscribe. You don't have to do that, but you can. That'd be great. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.